As the last light of the sun sinks behind the ancient forest canopy, a small Troodon wakes inside a shallow nest hidden beneath damp, giant ferns. It slowly raises its head and listens to every sound in the late Cretaceous forest, where darkness always brings danger. Tiny clawed feet step out of the nest, pressing into cold mud and rotten leaves as another long night of survival begins. Its small body slips through towering ferns, nose searching the air, eyes scanning constantly for anything it can eat. On a fallen branch, a large prehistoric beetle crawls slowly, becoming the first possible meal of the night. The Troodon lowers its body, balances with its long tail, and suddenly strikes forward with quick, precise movement. The prey disappears between sharp little jaws, but in this forest, even a small meal can come with a deadly price. The ground trembles faintly. The Troodon freezes. Far away, something massive is moving between the trees. It crawls beneath a rotting log and holds still as a herd of giant herbivorous dinosaurs passes through the dark forest. When the forest grows quiet again, the Troodon slips back out and studies the fresh footprints pressed deep into the wet mud. It follows a narrow animal trail where the smells of water, old carcasses, and larger predators mix in the night air. At a shallow stream, the Troodon lowers its head to drink, but its eyes never stop watching the surface of the water. A strange ripple appears. On the opposite bank, a small crocodilian shape slides silently through the darkness. The Troodon steps backward slowly, without panic and without sound, because one careless movement could end its life. Farther uphill, it finds a cracked dinosaur eggshell with a few scraps of food still clinging inside. It quickly feeds on the leftover egg membrane and small insects, stopping every time a leaf moves nearby. A sharp hiss comes from the bushes. Two small eyes shine from the darkness. Another small predator has found it, and both animals know that food at night is never shared easily. The rival lunges. The Troodon dodges sideways, claws scraping wet leaves as the two small bodies clash in the dark. Too small to risk a long fight, the Troodon chooses survival and darts into a narrow gap between tangled roots. The root tunnel leads into a darker part of the forest, where low fog crawls along the ground and every sound feels heavier. On the forest floor lies the remains of a small dead animal. The Troodon approaches, drawn by the smell of leftover meat. It tears away a tiny piece, then suddenly lifts its head. Heavy breathing is coming from somewhere close. Between the trees, the shadow of a much larger carnivorous dinosaur moves through the moonlight. The Troodon instantly crouches behind the roots. The giant predator steps toward the carcass, heavy feet sinking into the mud, huge jaws lowering to smell the remains. The Troodon retreats in silence, placing each step carefully, trying not to snap a single dry twig. Then a sharp crack breaks the silence. A dry branch snaps beneath its foot, and the giant head turns instantly. The Troodon runs. Behind it, the larger predator charges, shaking the wet forest floor with every step. It weaves through narrow roots, where its small body becomes its only advantage against something far too large to follow easily. The Troodon leaps over a shallow muddy ditch, lands hard, slides for a moment, then forces itself forward again. Ahead is a hollow fallen tree. It dives inside, squeezing through mud, rotten bark, and dead leaves. Outside, massive feet pass by. The Troodon lies completely still inside the tight wooden hollow. The predator's hot breath pushes through the small entrance, moving dry leaves only inches from the Troodon's face. After a long moment, the heavy footsteps fade into the deeper forest. The Troodon waits, then slowly crawls out. The night is colder now. Its feathers are muddy, its breathing is fast, but it is still alive. It finds a small rocky crevice beneath ancient tree roots, deep enough to block the wind and hide it from hungry eyes. The Troodon lowers its body onto dry leaves, eyes still half open, because in this world, even sleep is dangerous. Before dawn, pale blue light enters the crevice. The sounds of night slowly give way to the first calls of morning. The Troodon steps outside, weaker, but more alert. The dew-covered forest still carries the marks of a deadly night. As the sun rises over the prehistoric world, the Troodon stands on a mossy root. It has survived, but
A
when
new
night
day
returns,
dawns,
the hunt
yet the
will
struggle
begin
for
again.
survival continues. The distant roar is a